Welcome, Gemini, and happy November. Now, the other channel that I have, Brothers of the Sword Productions, has another video out. And it's about the Sword Brothers and their history. I do a complete translation of their seal and connect it to Oak Island and the Knights Templar. Now, it's a long video, but if you follow along with the details, there's a lot of really astounding messages. And the link is down below in the description box if you're interested in watching it. Now you have a endings and new beginnings kind of cycle going on this month. The rune that you received is Tiwaz. This is about war, law, justice. You'd think that the Norse would have an askew idea about law and justice, but it's untrue. They actually wanted to balance it out. It was kind of funny they internalized competition to be competing with yourself, because that's true competition to them, testing yourself to be the best. And it is equated to the Judgment card, and you'll see that you have that card in the future. This is about your moral compass, honor, sincerity. If you're going to wield the sword, wield it with dignity and justice and courage, personal strength. Putting together the mind, body, and spirit. This is not the time to deceive other people or yourself, because judgment will come back and knock you in the butt. The Mintiati card that you received is Earth. It's governing pentacles and earthly things, coming down to earth, accomplishing things on the earthly level, finding balance between the earthly things and the cosmic things. Now, the overall energy cards that you received is the World and the Knight of Pentacles, another Earth card. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest knight in the court. He trudges along, and he's about acquiring things as he goes along, as well as wisdom. He's getting a little older from the page now to the Knights, that he has a maturity now to him. Go slow. Make your decisions slowly. There's no reason to have haste. And the World card is there saying that you've come to the end of a cycle. You've acquired a certain amount of wisdom that has brought you to a graduation. You just didn't end something. You accomplished and completed something. When this card shows up, it says that you've changed. You've learned a lot of things, and you've earned the right to move on with the Knight of Pentacles. There's been some kind of triumph, personal power given from that. Now the cards on the left, for what you know, it's the Two of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands. It's saying, yeah, it was kind of a rough road there. You've got the Ace of Swords coming up too, and that always says it's a rough road. With this World card up there, it's saying that you got to drop a few of those wands and lighten your load. The Ten of Wands is saying it's an endings and new beginning time. And with that, it's time to make some decisions, and you've got the Two of Pentacles, making another earthly decision. This is about partners and balance, though. Goes back up to the Tiwaz rune. Time to find balance. I think at times you've held some decisions off that now have to be made, or you're confronted or forced to be made. The World card there, now that that's been pulled, has changed everything, and it is time to make some decisions, but you've been juggling these decisions around, or ideas around, and you're not quite sure what you want to do. You know you want to get rid of some of these wands. Now the cards in the center for what is or can be yours, you receive the Queen of Wands and the Ace of Cups. A new emotional beginning is promised to you. And the Ace of Wands is about your desires and your passions, and where you want to fire them up, where you want to fan the flames of these new ideas, and where you want to go now that you have some endings going on. But take heed from the Knight of Pentacles that you don't have to rush into anything. Just make sure you make the right decisions, or the ones that feel right to you. The Queen of Wands is the Queen of organization and management, putting things in its place, doing things step by step, just as the Knight of Pentacles does as well. But she's bringing some creativity and inspiration into the party. And here you have emotions mixed with it, new emotions coming in. So you're going to have to deal with those. Make sure you're finding some balance with all of these new things that are coming in and the new feelings and emotions that you're having. This cup is offering some new opportunities and options for you. Just don't go off the deep end. And don't get too arrogant either. Now the cards next door for your self-awareness or your awareness of all kinds. You have the Ace of Swords and the King of Pentacles. So you've graduated from the Knight to the King. You have this mature attitude. I call him the CEO because he can handle all kinds of business and make accomplishments. But this is on the earthly level, bringing in either health or wealth. But it's saying here there is going to be some hard decisions to make with this Ace of Swords. It was a rough road to get where you're at right now. This is the sword of truth, but it's a sword that has two edges to it. And it can cut, it can hurt and harm, or it can heal. It's really up to you how you wield this sword. You have a new beginning. You have two new beginnings with the Ace of Cups there too. And then with the World card saying that you're cycling out of an end to a new beginning. Now you have a lot of court cards here. King of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, Knight of Pentacles. So there's going to be some other people involved in this decision making and this new enterprises that you're going to undertake, or says that you have the option to undertake. And you are moving forward because the first future card that you received is the Three of Wands. This is a motion card. You know, you've looked over your opportunities and now you're going to move forward with some of these ideas or this project that you have in mind. You've waited a while because you have the Nine of Wands up there. It's saying that, you know, yeah, you were beat up a little bit. You've learned your lessons. That's what the World card is saying too. But, you know, this is a time too to do some leap of faith. You know, a lot of times you don't know what's going on with the future. There's the unknown, but there's the Judgment card too, warning you, be careful. You know, you can have a rebirth, or it can put you back into, you know, trying to make more decisions and carrying that heavy Ten of Wands card again. This is about these endings and finishing things with dignity. You know, at times we judge ourselves and look back and say, wow, did I really do that? And other times, you know, you're proud of yourself. Yeah. You know, you handled yourself pretty well, you know, in retrospective of all that was happening. Now you have new beginnings coming up. Abundance, because you have the Empress card. Now we have Venus that slipped back into Libra, wanting to find balance with relationships, and then went back into passionate and intense Scorpio. And it was retrograde until November 16th, and then it's going to be moving direct after that. And here we have the Empress that's emblematic of Venus, and she went into kind of a 40 to 42 day sleep, going from the evening star to the morning star, waking up, finding a new realization. But then again, you come across having to make decisions again because you came across the Two of Pentacles a second time. Way back there where you were carrying the Ten of Wands, now you're in the future. And it's presenting itself again that you're going to have some, not necessarily difficult decisions, but decisions that you've been juggling around. And the last card you received is Strength, so it's saying, yeah, you're going to have the strength and courage to take a few risks, make that leap of faith to find the goal that you want, the new beginnings that are offered. And I wish you acceptance, peace, and happiness.